Alright, so here's my pro tip on cloning. I get 100% success rate every time. Here's what I do, here's my method. It's really simple. I like to use the Root Riot because I grow in soil. A lot of people will use a rooting compound. Doesn't matter what kind people use it. It's not necessary at all. It's actually just a great way to make income for these companies. Totally not necessary. What is necessary is what you give your mother plant before you cut your roots. I like to use House&Garden right before. Generally, when I maintain my mom, I will use some type of bloom formula, not a grow formula. This preserves the genetics within the materials. Right before I go to cut, two or 3 days before I go to cut, what I do is I add in a root stimulator. I add in algae extract and I spray the area with a very light amount, about a third of what's recommended of Magic Green at the top, on the top of the plant, foliar spray. And this gives the cut everything it's going to need to root quickly and be strong and not get any kind of rot or wilt. The next thing that's really important is the temperature. You want to know that the temperature of the medium that you're sitting your clone into is the right temperature, and also the ratio of the temperature of the ambient air and the root zone of where your clone is. So if it's sitting in pure light like I like to do mine, or even in a cloning chamber of some kind, you gotta be aware of the temperatures, and so that kind of depends on where you're at. And then what I like to do also to the mother plant is make sure it's got plenty of fucking calicarb being sprayed on it. It breaks. It's basically like bicarbonate. It breaks down and creates CO2. And so when your mom plant is charged with everything she could need and glowing, you're going to get the best clones. You're going to get 100%. It's not about dipping your clone into a root hormone. It's about making sure that all of the available chemicals and hormones are in your mother plant before you get started. So this is all you need. Nice clean razor blade, clean scissors to get it started. You might want to know your ppm, your temperature of what you're working with. So I use Blue Lab, but if you do all of those things, you can't go wrong. You'll get very close to 100% your first time, and then once you've done it a few times, I get 100% every time. I don't always use everything that roots out. Sometimes you'll get one that has smaller, thinner roots than the other ones. I usually just get rid of those ones and go with the real strong ones. That's how picky I can be now that I use this methodology. So there you go. I hope it works for you. Happy growing.